Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Daytona International Speedway as we get ready for round number one of the Average Joe's Racing League right here on Sensational TV. I am Mike Taylor up here in the booth, and let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, these drivers have absolutely no clue what these guys have signed up for. We have short tracks that demand elbows, dirt tracks that will punish mistakes, then we got dirt road courses, we got road courses, and whatever twisted blend of surfaces the schedule will throw at us. But let me tell you what, this series isn't all about comfort, it is going to be all about survival. But before the madness unfolds, before the schedule gets weird and the points battles get ugly, we start where legends are made and dreams go to die, and that is Daytona International Speedway, as these drivers will take the high banks here for 35 fast action laps in the A.R.C.A Series race cars. Big packs, big runs, a bigger risk. One wrong move and your season highlight reel becomes a caution replay. But this is where momentum is built, confidence is tested, and patience is optional. So ladies and gentlemen, strap in, lock it down. The Average Joes are about to find out just about how unforgiving this season is going to be as we get ready for qualifying here at Daytona. Let's go ahead and show you this absolute crazy schedule, because this is the Monday Funday Variety Series. So tonight we are at the A.R.C.A cars at Daytona. Next week we're going to change out our A.R.C.A cars for the fast late models around Bristol, and then we're going to go get down and dirty at Wild West in our Pro 2s. Then we're going to switch out the Pro 2s and we're going to go back to road racing in our fast GT3 machines around Road Atlanta. Then we're going to dump the GT3s and we're going to go jump into legend cars at Concord, one of the most technical short tracks in the world. And then you know what? Why not? Let's dip those and we're going IndyCar racing at Dover. Yes, IndyCar's at Dover. That's going to be an absolute insane race. And then we're going to go old school. We're going to bring out our 87 Cup cars at Auto Club. And then why not let's go get dirty again in the NASCAR trucks at Bristol. The FIA Cross Car, we're going to take them to the Charlotte rally track. And then the following week, we're going to go back to Charlotte, but this time on the high banks in the mini stocks. And as you guys can take a look at the rest of the schedule right there, let me tell you what, guys, these guys have anything and everything under their belts. And I mean, this is just going to be a crazy season. But first, let's get through here at Daytona International Speedway. As like I said, these cars are now hitting the high banks here for qualifying. We do have a couple drivers out on track at the moment. Let's go ahead and come on down here and take a look, see who we can bother here. We got Nolan McClurg. He is now whipping around in his number 16 machine. What are we showing? Hang on, guys. Give me a second. Just trying to figure out. Aha, there we are. Let's get rid of that and let's go ahead and bring up our ta-da timing tower, just so that we can see who is where, what lap times everybody has put in. And for the most part, everybody is doing pretty decent here. As Nolan McClurg, he's going to go ahead and come across the start finish line here. He's looking to better his lap, and that will put him 9th fastest with a 1:57. I'm sorry, 51:27, I should say. Let's see here. Ryan McClurg, he's out here as well in that number 43 machine. He's looking to better his first lap of a 54.8. So he's definitely got a lot of, power that he needs to get under his belt. And that is going to jump him all the way up to 3rd with a 51.22. So very good run there for Ryan McClurg in that number 43 machine. Let's see who else is getting ready to come around to the start finish line. Steve Blevins in that number 51 machine. Absolutely love the look of this paint job. It looks like, it's right out of a music video that looks completely hand drawn. It looks absolutely amazing. I love it. But he's going to make his way. He's going to see if he can better his time of a 51.2 as he comes across the line. No, he will not be able to better his time. It was actually slower. Alrighty. And now we've got Christopher Cook coming out in his number 47 machine. Let me make sure our sounds are sounding good here. Oh, that's going to do it here for qualifying then. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get these drivers lined up here on pit road. And before we officially get to it, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup. Starting on the pole, it's going to be Justin Day in that number 10 machine with Stephen Blevins in that number 51. Row number 2, Ryan McClurg will share the row with Stephen. Row number 3, Austin Guerrero will share with Riley Watts to his outside. The 73 of Blake Hewlett and Brad G will make up row number 4. Row number 5, you have Brian Cook and Wayne Graves. Row number 6, Robert Sheen and Nolan McClurg will make up to his outside. Willie Smith in the number 3 machine, followed by Jason Rushing. And row number 8, John Sheen and Terrence Murphy. Row number 9, Jonathan Day and Zachary Tyler. Row number 10, Isaiah Adams and Brian Day. And rounding out your field is going to be Christopher Cook in that number 47 machine. Our field is currently making its way out onto the racetrack now as we are getting ready, and we are set now with 35 absolute fast blistering laps here at Daytona. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I am absolutely excited to get this season underway as these drivers for the Average Joe's Series Racing League will get underway with their Monday Funday Variety Pack Series. And it starts off again here at Daytona. We are in for an absolute treat here, ladies and gentlemen, as these drivers are going to start making their way down the back straightaway and get ready to climb up into the high banks here at Daytona. The 32-degree banking will give us amazing fun racing, as these drivers are going to top speeds of about 195 miles an hour once they are at full song. And these are Menard Series cars. It will take just about a full lap for these cars to get the speed. And we are in for an absolute treat. But until then, these cars are coming out of turn number 4. And we're going to all these beautiful views you will get to see here today is going to be presented by Whiplash Sim Cams. We want to thank Whiplash Sim Cams for everything that they do to give us all these beautiful views as the iRace and Pace car is off and the field coming into the restart zone. Now we are green flag for the first time here at Daytona Variety Pack Series. As Justin Day and Stephen Blevins, they will run side by side heading to the high banks. And right now, Justin Day, he's got it. Here comes Stephen Linger. He's now trying to make a run. We'll go ahead and take the top spot on the exit of turn number 4. And let me tell you what, this is the best start on the outside I believe that's Austin Guerrero in that number 45 machine. Throwback there to Kellogg's as he hits the high banks up here in turns 3. Turn number 4 in that outside lane kind of stalled out just a little bit, but if they can get themselves a more single file, they can start making the way. Alongside 5th place with that number 43 of Ryan McClure as he's continuing to march his way here. But then once again, we'll stall out here in 1 and 2. Really low on the broadcast, might want to check it out. Turn up the mic. Alrighty, so I turned myself up. I turned down the cars just a little bit. I hope is that better. Is that better, you guys? Hit me up in chat if that is better, as I will be watching chat now here as we are working lap number 5. But hello everybody, welcome in. Big Case Carnes, Sim Bloody Sational. Let's go number 91. Your volume, yep. All good, mate. Thank you guys so much for letting me know about that as we continue to watch these drivers hit up the high banks here. Some of the shape wanted a shout out to Steven Linger, who is currently up in that 2nd spot. Oh, we got cars down and we got trouble in the back. One car up in the air, the number 16. Nolan McClure went for a wild ride here on the front straightaway. It looks like Brad G and that number 7 machine was involved here as well. Zachary Tyler, he was the first one to go off track, so I'm not exactly sure what caused him to go down there, but let's go ahead and go back, take a look, see what happened. Okay, so it definitely was not him. Nolan McClure, let's go take a look, see what happened with him. Because whatever it was, it all started right in front of him. We're going to go ahead and slow it down here just a little bit. Alright, so it looks like the 7 got turned and right in front of that number 16 machine of Nolan McClure, and he just gets plowed by the 29 Zachary Tyler. And the 16 went for a wild ride there, but he was able to get it straight and moving again. But unfortunately, Brad G and that number 16 machine with heavy damage here at Daytona, along with that number 29 machine. As you see the hood up on that machine. That 29 had absolutely nowhere to go. Very unfortunate there for that number 29 machine, Zachary Tyler. As we will go ahead and catch back up here. Right now, Stephen Blevins in that number 51 machine, he is your current race leader. Let's go see if we can grab that number 29 of Zachary Tyler. Hey Zachary, it is Mike up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Yes sir, what's going on?
Hey Tyler, we sat there and saw what happened out on track. What did you see from your vantage point?
Not a lot of anything. I just know a little bit of contact. Bottom line, look, it checked up, and then the 16 car comes flying off the wall at 100 and like bajillion miles an hour. Just got rubber banded into me, and then I know where to go, right in front of me.
Yeah, we saw as you drove away, your hood was up and flapping, but it's currently looking down now. You're gonna come in and get some repairs done. What do you gotta do to get your car back to the front?
Well, get a fast repair for sure, and then take it easy for a little bit, because I hate to burn it this early, and because there'll be more wrecks, and then wait my time, and hopefully I can have other guys crash out, and then maybe work my way up a little bit later.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a really good plan to me. Well, I'll go ahead and let you go, and good luck out there. Have fun, and hopefully we'll talk at you later at the end.
Sounds great. Thank you. See you later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the number 29 of Zachary Tyler in that Smarties machine. Let's go see what we can do. Oh. Yeah, let's go talk with that number 16 machine. Nathan McClurg, this is Mike up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Yeah.
Nolan, man, what a crazy ride for you on the front straightaway. What happened in your vantage point there, and what's it going to take to get back to the front of this field?
We were just on the outside of that line, and it looks like the inside line just kind of beer canned and crumpled up, and somebody popped out and caught me in the side. But I mean, I'm not super worried. I mean, we were just fuel saving anyways for the most part for the beginning, and now that that's kind of out the window, we can just go straight for the front if we find the opportunity.
Definitely sounds like a very good plan there. But right up here, we also got that number 43 of Ryan McClurg up here as well. Ryan, how's it going up in that number 43 machine, and what's it going to take for you to get around those Austin drivers up? I'm sorry, the Steven drivers in front.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I got shuffled back there a little bit on that one run there, so. And we kind of accordioned up there a little bit, and that's what got Nolan caught up in that accident. So we get Nolan up here with me. We can team up and try to do something with these guys. But I'm up here by myself right now. I just can't do much with them. But we'll get them. We'll get up here and start working together. We'll hopefully we'll be at the end there and see what we can do.
Sounds like a really good plan to me, guys. Well, I'll let you guys get back to it as we're coming to the green flag this time by. So good luck, have fun, and hopefully we'll talk to you guys at the end.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Alrighty, guys, that was Ryan McClurg and Nolan McClurg. Nolan in that number 16 did get involved in that incident that brought out our first caution, and sounds like, just everything just coordinated, on that inside lane, and all heck broke loose. But you know what, that is absolutely normal for Daytona, nothing wrong with that. But let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to have a good time, and so far that very short run, everything was nice and quiet, and then disaster struck, which is the ways of Daytona. So don't think that we have seen the last of it. These guys are working lap number 9. And these races are very, very short races, ladies and gentlemen. Their goal is to be in and out of a race probably within a good 45 minutes. And that's just going to bring on some really good tight racing for all of us here at home. So definitely buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to go back green flag once again here at Daytona as the cars start to kind of check up a little bit in both lanes. Big checkup in the back, but now we are green flag racing here once again as we see Steven Blevins trying to make a run on the outside, but he cannot do anything with it, so he will go ahead and drop down behind Austin Guerrero, but he'll jump back out. Now he's making a run on the outside, and here comes Ryan McClurg in that number 43 machine. He's looking to push Blevins to the race lead, but as of right now, that inside lane is fighting back very strong as they come down the back straightaway. Now that outside lane once again is taking shape, and they will go ahead and pull in front. The top 3 now will go ahead and pull down, and that's going to be Brian Cook and that number 87 getting down in front of Guerrero as they will climb up the bakings here once again. And out of turn number 4 for the short shoot, coming back down to the start finish line. 25 laps to go, and ladies and gentlemen, 10 laps are now in the books. as these drivers are looking to come out strong here at Daytona. Right now, that outside lane's kind of stalled out here under the lights, not able to do much with anything of it just yet, as we get a couple of cars out. Oh, we got another trouble in the back. The 29ers around, one car hard into the inside wall. Not sure who that was, but it might have been that number 44 machine of Riley Watts, as they will go ahead and pull away here. The 10 of Justin Day, John Sheen, Zachary Tyler, he was involved here once again in that number 29 machine. Make sure we hit up everybody here, and Robert Sheen's just trying to catch up. Man, definitely very unfortunate there. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened. This was here at the start. We actually had two drivers spin at the start of that one. We did not catch that, but Robert Sheen and Brad G both went off. And then just a little bit later, Riley Watts, John Cena, Willie Smith all have issues here on the back straightaway. That 10 machine, he gets turned up towards the outside wall, and that's where the 44 machine, that 70 machine of, no, that was Jason Rushing, and that 78 machine flying down, pounding the outside wall there. He was able to escape. Zachary Tyler once again involved in that Smarties machine, but both of these drivers are going to be able to stop in time. Let's go ahead and go back and take a look here. Nope, wrong drivers, guys. Yeah, it looks like that number 3 machine just had absolutely nowhere to go. And let's ride on board here with Willie Smith. Ugh. Sorry guys, still learning my cameras here. These are all horrible views. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, I guess my cameras are not cooperating.
What happened?
All right, yeah, so he just, the one had nowhere to go. John Sheen, he had nowhere to go. Definitely very unfortunate here for these drivers, just getting caught up, minding their own business. But these drivers are now coming down pit road, getting service on their vehicles once again. You know, one driver that's really got to be careful because he no longer has a fast repair. That's going to be where is he at? The 29 there of Zachary Tyler. Well, how many fast repairs do these guys get actually? Let's take a quick look here. Yeah, so these drivers do get one fast repair. And we already know that the 29 already had to use his from that first incident. But now here in this closing laps, that number 3 Girder Wrench Service Chevrolet of Willie Smith, he's going to need he had to use his fast repair. Robert Sheen in that 00 probably had to use his fast repair as well. And right now the 80 machine, who had issues at the restart, he is going to be 2 laps back, it seems. Alrighty, as these drivers are going to go ahead and get themselves all lined up here once again, and now we're going to double it up, do it all over again. Stephen Blevins in that number 51, he is going to lead the field back to the green flag here at Daytona. Man, the way they just coming out of the corner, it looked like the 87 of Brian Cook came down and gave a little love tap to Stephen Blevins in that number 51 machine. These guys just having a good old time out here, and this is one of those series that I believe is definitely all about having fun. And so far, I don't know about you guys, but I've really enjoyed it so far this evening, as we are going to have just a little bit over 20 laps to go, I believe, when we go back green flag racing here today. Hopefully these guys can get themselves all settled down, and we're going to start getting cracking again here at Daytona. But it's going to be all about how these drivers will make it all work. And the pace car once again pulls off, and we're getting ready to go back green flag racing right here at Daytona. And the green flag waves as cars get into the United Rental restart zone. Stephen Blevins in that number 51 out to a very incredible lead, but he can't make sure he doesn't pull out too far as he goes up in front of Brian Cook. And that number 87, he's going to go back down in front of Austin Guerrero. He is trying to take command of this lead as we have 21 laps to go here at Daytona. He wants to be able to control both lanes, and as of right now, he's doing a really great job at it. That outside lane is now forming and starting to get a good run here. So don't be surprised to see Blevins go back up the track as they are getting a run. But as of right now, those three cars on the inside making it work. And that's going to be Stephen Blevins, Austin Guerrero, and Terrence Murphy. Oh, we got trouble. Christopher Cook, and hard impact. Ouch. Hard impact there for Christopher Cook in that number 47 machine. And the 00 of Robert Sheen absolutely destroyed. A definitely a very hard hit there for that driver. The 47 trying to limp his way back to the pits as well, but so far not making any. Well, he's making some progress, but not much. But before we go back and take a look, let's make sure he does get to pit road, which he does. And let's go back here and see what happened to that number 47 machine. We just caught the tail end of it. Let's go back just a little bit more. So he's all the way up in that outside, that 43 machine of Ryan McClurg. He's just got a little bit of a better run, and the 47 tried to close it up, but not able to do anything with it. And after that 47 machine gets around, he will fly back onto the track right in front of that 00 machine. Look at that air that 47 machine gets. Very unfortunate there for those drivers. And Robert Sheen in that 00. Let's come back here and oof, absolutely nowhere to go. And at this point, with that impact, I don't know if he was cautious or not after that impact, but he was able to bring it down to a complete stop. So yeah, it's definitely So you can definitely see the pain in his eyes there of that number 00 machine. But as of right now, Christopher Cook, he came down to get his fast repair. That 47 machine coming out of pits here as well. Riley Watts in that number 44, 45 that you see on the door, which should actually say 44, because the 45 is actually Austin Guerrero. So fun. But yeah, guys, lots. See, these cautions here do not surprise me, because we remember these guys are only running very short races, 35 laps. Looking up, hello New Zealand Racing, how are you doing? Hope you are enjoying the broadcast. But for the time being, let's go ahead and where he is. Go ahead and currently take a look at your top 10. Oh, I think I need to, or well, we'll take a look here at your top 7. Justin Day currently not your, oh, that's your qualifying. Well, poop. All right, well, Brian Cook, he is out front, followed by Blake Hewlett. Wayne Graves in that 07 machine's third. Jason Rushing in that number 78 machine is currently fourth. Brian Day fifth. Stephen Blevins falls back to that sixth spot. Terrence Murphy, Nolan McClurg, Austin Guerrero, and Tyler Zachary have now all made their way up to the top 10. But so far, Ryan McClurg and Zachary Tyler, who was involved in our first incident, they've really worked their way strongly and back up into the top 10 now. As we do have a few drivers still down in the pits, which includes Jonathan Day, who just came out, Brad G, and John Sheen. All those drivers are now back out on pit road, but I think Robert Sheen and that 00 machine, I think his day very well could be done. He has not moved out of the pits, so definitely a rough way to start off the season for Robert Sheen. All right, hello Sunshine, good luck to all the racers. Yes, good luck to all the racers out there. Yes, I love you too. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Brian Cook, Blake Hewlett will bring the field to the green flag again. Jason Rushing, Wayne Graves. They are looking to figure out who's going to be the best pusher here as we take the green to finish up this third caution of the day, as these drivers will wait for the pace car to pull off and into the United Rental restart zone. And we are green flag racing once again here at Daytona. Talladega's later on in the season, Mike. Let's go. Blake Hewlett, Brian Cook, side by side up in the high banks of these cars once again, down onto the yellow line behind them. You don't want to be playing with that apron out or in these corners, because it will definitely mess you up, just like I just got messed up of where I was for a hot second. But let me tell you what, Talladega is going to be an absolute blast with those 87 Cup cars later on in the season. So those of you just now joining us, oh, hold it, trouble. Blake Hewlett's around as we have more carnage happening up in front. Once again, more cars. Oh, I think just about this time. At this time, I believe more than half the field got involved in this one. Let's go back, see if we can see what happened. Let's go back a little bit more. All right. Oh, let's see who we need to come up and see who started this mess up here. All right, let's take a look here. So the 29 machine, Zachary Tyler, came up, got into the 73 machine. The 73 machine, he went up, hit the outside wall. Everybody checked up, and then the 78, he got checked up. When the 87, he was the unfortunate first one to go around. The 47 and 16 looks like they made it. But once again, hard hit there for, I believe that's Brian Cook in that 87 machine. And then just all complete carnage behind him. The 80 machine, Jonathan Day, looks like he was able to squeeze by. But everybody else behind him, not so lucky, as we see the 3 machine involved, Willie Smith. The 43, Ryan McClurg. The 7, Brad G. And right back across. And double whammy there for that 73 machine of Blake Hewlett. So a lot of carnage here now. And just look at the pure carnage out of the corner here. And I want to ride on board. I believe that was, no, it wasn't the 10. Who was it? The 70 of Brian? No, the Brian was involved in this one. Jonathan Day, I believe it was. Let's get a good look from his view. Oh, yeah. So Jonathan Day off the nose. Whee! What good heads up driving there for Jonathan Day in that number 70 machine. Yeah, that number 80 machine. Yeah, unfortunately, Jonathan Day, he is one of your cars a lap down, but let's see if we can get a word with Jonathan Day.
Hello, welcome to the Donut Garage Cafe.
Jonathan Day, this is Mike up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Jonathan, we rode on board with you in that number 80 machine. What did you see in that cockpit?
Are you talking about how I was like, oh crap, and just made it through there?
Absolutely. What was going through your mind as you weren't sure if that hole was going to close up or not?
Just, you know, like that movie where you just like aim for the smoke and just hope for the best.
Yep, Days of Thunder.
Yeah,
doing
Days
it
of
cold trickle style here at Daytona. You are showing just one lap down now, I believe. So as long as you keep your nose clean, I think you might be able to get back on the lead lap.
That's the hope. Hopefully I can get up there.
Absolutely. And we also got Brian Day and Justin Day here as well. How's the race going for you guys, and what's it going to take for you guys to get up to the front?
I think it's just going to be a matter of staying in the draft and just being cool until the end.
Yep, same here. Trying to stay out of all the wrecks.
Yep.
And just hopefully I got some support right there on the last turn.
Absolutely. That sounds like a really good deal. Well, I'll let you guys get to it. We're going to go back green flag this time, and good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you, one of you guys, at the end.
Thank you.
Okay, appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Justin Day, Brian Day, and Jonathan Day. Let me tell you what, we rode on board with that 80 machine. I don't know how he did it, but just like he said, he aimed for the smoke and held on to everything he's got. We're looking at that number 16 of Nolan McClurg. I don't know if it's just a glitch in the matrix or if it's what I am seeing, but as of right now, he has no nose on that number 16 machine. So that's going to be very interesting here. He's not going to have much downforce on the front end of that car. I don't know if he's going to be able to lead or not, but I mean, he could definitely try to push, but he's got to be careful not to really overheat that machine. But here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, going to take over the green flag for the 4th time here today. Or, I'm sorry, the 5th time today. And we are green flag racing once again here at Daytona. Really good side by side once again for that for that inside lane. Blevins obviously way out front. Blevins once again goes up to block that number 29 of Zachary Tyler, as they will come now out of a turn number 2, 3 wide back here in the back, and they will go ahead and fly down the back straightaway. Oh, big block there by Zachary Tyler on Christopher Cook, and here comes Blevins looking back to the outside. 13 laps to go. If we didn't know that, I would say this was last lap, and they got turned. Big, huge carnage, and once again, half the field involved. Let's pray that Jonathan Day in the 80 machine was able to get through. But yeah, once again, a lot of trouble out front here as we see John Sheen. He's bringing his number 1 machine back down into the pits. Stephen Blevins and the number 51 machine got turned sideways, and the 11 as well. Definitely very unfortunate to see what happened here to Blevins. Let's go ahead and come back here and see if we can see what happened. Yeah, he just got turned right up. Alrighty. Let's go and see if we can get a different view of that. So as you see there, the 47 just getting into the 51, and that turns your race leader up towards the outside wall as well. And all those cars on the inside, no, the 80 did get involved, so he will not get the lucky dog, just as we were hoping that was going to happen. But as of right now, these drivers, just very unfortunate here to see what happened. A couple of race cars here are absolutely destroyed. That 47 Christopher Cook, he's bringing his machine down into the pits, into his pit stall. Look at all these torn up race cars right here. Not what we wanted to see here at Daytona. I think that's that 00 again of... No, that's not the 00. Whoops. Yeah. Justin Day, there it is. Definitely not what these drivers wanted, for sure. Alrighty, but let's come back up here and take a look who we got out front. We got Nolan McClurg in that number 16 machine. Jason rushing in that number 78, who was involved in just a couple incidents ago. It was just starting to heat up, absolutely. Let me tell you what, guys, we are coming to, I believe, 10 to go when we get the green flag. So it looks like Jason rushing, he wants to lead this lap, but the pace car is not going to let him, as the pace car, as they, oh no, they're going to drag race, and they touch. As you see rushing, he's going to blend in with the pace car, hit the pace car. Well, why did you want to do that? Well, you hit everything else out there, might as well be perfect. I'm just not too sure how well that number 16 of Nolan McClurg is going to be able to hold with that front end damage. And right behind him, he's got that 45 of Austin Guerrero. And then you've got that number 70 of Brian Day to his inside. So I think Brian Day and Jason rushing, they're going to have the better run here, I believe, when we do go back green flag racing. Zachary, Tyler, it was fun while it lasted. Yes, sir. We will try it again next week, and let's go ahead and show you guys once again where we are heading next week. Next week, we're going to take the late models over to Bristol. And you guys, that's going to be a lot of fun. And then in 2 weeks, we're going to head over to Wild West in the Pro 2 light trucks. And then we're going to go road racing in our GT3s at Road Atlanta. So late models at Bristol is going to be an absolute blast. Can't wait to get there. But let's go ahead and finish up here at Daytona first. Jason rushing. Nolan McClurg will bring the field back to the green flag here once again. And we do got one car in the back still crab walking. This driver, he is absolutely not giving up. But now these, oh God, I love it. As we see McClurg actually getting in front of rushing there for just a moment, but not able to do anything with it just yet, as they are looking to go 3 wide here out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. As these drivers continue to make their way around in that 16 machine, he has now fallen all the way back to that 7th spot as they climb up here into turns 3 and 4 here once again. And now Jason rushing, he will take command of this race, but Austin Guerrero to the outside, he's looking to make some progress here as they cross the start finish line. And they will go ahead and now run side by side up here into turn number 1, 8 laps to go. Careful with that push there, Blake Hewlett. Blake Hewlett, he'll go down to take over the inside top spot. Yellow flag. We got trouble in the back. Brian Cook in that number 87 machine having issues. As we see, I'm sorry. This right here is probably the... He deserves the... an award for the driver not to give up. I got to give it to him, guys. And that is going to be the 47 machine of Christopher Cook. He is not giving up in that wrecked race car. But let's go ahead and come back here and take a look, see what happened here to Brian Cook in that number 87. We got to go back here just a little bit. And once again, that 80 machine involved. He is not going to be able to get the lucky dog here either, so. So he's just hanging out here on the inside, and it looks like there was just somewhat of a big checkup in front of him, and he had to slow up. And that caused the 10 to run him up the track right in front of the 80 machine. And not much could be helped there. Definitely very unfortunate there for that number 87 and 80 machine. That 47 of Christopher Cook still out here on track. Maybe he's going to come down pit road, try to get some more work done on that number 47 machine, which it does look like he's going to do. Remember, the race is not over until that checkered flag falls, so get up as much damage as you can and, you know, stay on the lead lap. Do what you can here. As you see the work getting done on his machine now. The one thing I do love watching is these crew members working on these race cars. All right. Austin Guerrero in that number 45 machine. He is looking to break through here with his first win here in the series. He's looking to take over the top spot in the point standings. As they will come to the start finish line this time by, they should get the white, or with that one to go signal from our flagman, and they're going to go ahead and double themselves up here for the final 5 laps here at Daytona to close out the season. So I believe when they come out, yeah, they're going to have probably just about 4 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. So things are about to get even more intense, but Nolan McClurg, that number 16 machine, with that front end missing, he is still holding very strong to staying out front, so he's not letting that no bumper issue not affect him at all. So he's looking to here have a very good, strong finish. If he could survive and stay in the top 10, that would be a really good day for him. Yep, Nolan McClurg with a slower than dial-up. Austin Guerrero with a Rabbit Hole Motorsports. Blake Hewlett, Hammer Down Motorsports. Jason Rushing, Rabbit Hole Motorsports. Ryan McClurg, slower than dial-up. Brian Day, he is with All Day Racing. Riley Watts, he's not associated with the team that I know of. Isaiah Williams and Wayne Graves as well. So we got a lot of good fun racing going on here to close out the season. And if you guys are looking for a really cool podcast, you guys should check out Down the Rabbit Hole. Let's go ahead and throw this up here for you guys. Go ahead and scan that QR code as we are back. Green flag racing here once again at Daytona. And these guys are now side by side for that second spot. Austin Guerrero out to a good lead here. 4 laps to go to determine your race winner here at Daytona. And that outside lane is absolutely moving and cooking. And here comes that 16 of Nolan McClurg. He's getting a good shove on the inside. The 45 drifted back up to block that outside lane. And now he's probably going to come back down and try to block that inside lane. Not yet. He's still getting a really good push here from Blake Hewlett. And trouble, and the 45 is around here on the back straightaway. He's going to buckle it down, and he's going to keep it facing straight. Trouble in the back. More trouble to 07, the 7, the 11. All involved in this one. And carnage once again here at Daytona. It looks like Brian Cook, Brian Cook, Brian Day, Wayne Graves, Stephen Blevins might have been involved in this one as well, and Austin Guerrero, he got spun on the back straightaway. As Stephen Blevins in that number 51, he's going to have to make his way down pit road as well, as he's crab walking, as he's going to stay out in that number 51 machine. And Christopher Cook, once again, going to have an advantage to come down to get service on his machine. But very unfortunate there for that number 7 of Brad G. For Trap House Racing. He was involved here as well. Let's go ahead and jump back, take a look, see what brought out this yellow. Now it looks like that 70 of Brian Day, he got turned, and just that's all she wrote. Look at that 51 almost going upside down, coming back onto the track, and that 7 machine absolutely nowhere to go. He thought he was clear, and then he gets hit by that 87 and then clobbers the 07. And so the 7, the 07, and the 87 are all involved in this one. The 47 is up against the outside wall. That might be for his own good. Let's make sure that's why. Yeah, he got up there all by himself. That's good. He stayed out of it, so he's good there. But quite a few good cars taken out of this one, including that number 51 of Stephen Blevins. He had a very good, strong run all race long. Let's go see if we can catch a word with Stephen Blevins. Oh, they have it locked.
Then you're going to want to work on it and make it all pretty, and then you're going to damage your one.
Yeah, definitely a very unfortunate day here for Stephen Blevins in that number 51 machine. Brian Cook still getting service on his machine. Brian Day, he's getting service. Austin Guerrero getting service done here as well. Terrence Murphy, Brad G in that number 7, all torn up. I believe his day could be done. Jonathan Day as well in the 80 machine. John Sheen in that number 1, all torn up. Steven Linger, he is torn up in that throwback scheme as well. Willie Smith and Robert Sheen. So back out on track here, we've got 8 cars 10 cars now out on track. Nolan McClurg, Ryan McClurg, your top 2. Riley Watts, Blake Hewlett, Jason Rushing, Justin Day, Wayne Graves, Isaiah Adams, Brian Day coming back on track now. And Brian Cook, he is still currently Brian Cook, he is now out of the pits here as well in that number 87 machine. So these guys are going to double up. We're going to do this all again. If you guys, like I said right before we went back, green flag racing, if you guys are interested in a good podcast that questions, well, just about everything, then tune in to Down the Rabbit Hole podcast. Join Jason, Brian, Jeff, and Jamie as they dive headfirst into conspiracy theories, hidden truths, and the stories they don't want you to hear. From government secrets to mind-bending mysteries, nothing is off limits here at Down the Rabbit Hole podcast. And by the way, you see that stone right there? Yeah, they're going to turn that stone over too, as no stone is left unturned. You can find them on YouTube at rabbitholepodcast.com or scan the QR code right there in the upper part of your screen. But just be warned, once you start listening, you might not want to leave the rabbit hole. You guys go and listen in. I've listened to a couple of their podcasts today while I was setting up for the race here today. And let me tell you what, they've got some interesting concepts, interesting theories. So definitely, guys, go check them out, because I know for a fact I'm going to go back and listen in. I'm not just saying it because they asked me to show you guys that QR code. I'm telling you it because let me tell you what, it's definitely a very good podcast. You won't be disappointed, I promise. So down into the rabbit hole. All right, guys, here we go. That 47 still sliding sideways back there. We've got your top 10 cars out on track, and we are going to be going back green flag racing here at Daytona. Nolan McClurg out front with that damage. He gets a good jump here, but that number 43, Ryan McClurg, he's going to get a good run here on his outside, as he's got a lot of damage on that front end, so he's going to need to try to figure it out as we have 2 laps to go this time by. No, he's just going to sit there and try to push that 16 until the rest of the field gets to him. But McClurg not going to allow McClurg to try to get around him. They would like to go 1-2, but with the damage on the front end of Nolan, I don't think that is going to happen. Riley Watts is now attacking to the outside. He's looking to take over the race lead, but here comes Blake Hewlett. Jason Rushing now started closing in on your top 3. Out of turn number 4. These drivers are looking for the white flag. They will see it now. This is the final lap of the race. Whoever crosses it first, they will be your race winner. Riley Watts out front. Blake Hewlett. Oh, they get turned. And now there was 6. And Nolan McClurg holding on very strong. That 78, Jason Rushing trying to make something work. The second Nolan gets down, he's going to go big 3 wide. They touch 3 wide here at Daytona on the final lap. More contact between those 2 drivers. Jason Rushing now takes over the race lead. Isaiah Adams trying to get past Ryan McClurg, but McClurg getting a good push here by the 87 of Brian Cook. No, they're up into the wall, and now they're coming back down. Brian Cook, he'll take over that second spot. Coming out turn number 4 to the start finish line. Jason Rushing, he's going to win here at Daytona, and we got Brian Day taking the spot away from Brian Day from Brian Cook, and Nolan McClurg with that damaged race car coming home 4th, and Wayne Graves in that 07 machine gonna come home 5th. And then Justin Day, he's finally made it through Ryan McClurg. Blake Hewlett in that 8 machine not giving up. That 44 Riley Watts is not giving up as well. And here comes that number 47 machine. He is still trying to finish here. Let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this we got to find an award here for Christopher Cook. Crab walking the last couple of, okay, maybe like the last like 6-7 laps, but he will bring it home in that 11th spot. So big congratulations to Christopher Cook. But Jason Rushing, driver of that number 78 machine, will be your race winner for round number 1 for the Average Joe Racing League Monday Funday Variety Pack Series right here at Daytona. This Rabbit Hole Motorsports driver, he's going to burn it down for us right here on the front straightaway. Jason Rushing absolutely did a phenomenal job in that down the Rabbit Hole Motorsports number 78. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's, as we continue to see Jason do these burnouts right here, let's go ahead and go back, take a look at our race results before we talk with our top 3. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, your top 3 of the day. Jason Rushing takes it home first, followed by Brian Day. And Brian Cook snuck it home third. I do got to update all this. So we're going to have to go back, do this the old-fashioned way, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can change that real quick. Make it look correct on our screens. See? I knew I could make it look better. Alright, so here you go. Finishing first, Jason Rushing, Brian Day, Brian Cook, Nolan McClurg, Wayne Graves, Justin Day, Ryan McClurg, Blake Hewlett, Riley Watts, Isaiah Adams, Christopher Cook, Torrance Murphy, Austin Guerrero, Stephen Blevins, Brad G will round out your top 15. 16th is going to be Jonathan Day, Zachary Tyler, John Sheen, Stephen Linger, Willie Smith, and rounding out your field is going to be Robert Sheen, back 22 laps. Stephen Blevins, he led the most laps with 17 points. Your hard charger for the day was going to be Brian Day, up 18 spots for all day racing. Jason Rushing, he did have the fastest lap here today. As you all know, Justin Day was your pole sitter. We did have 7 cautions for a total of 21 laps with 7 different race leaders. But let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, what a fantastic day that we had here today at Daytona. And let's go ahead and see what we can do about talking to our top 3 drivers. I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Let's go back here just a couple laps. Ba-ba-ba-bum. And
What's going on?
alrighty, let's talk to our top 3. All right, so we're first going to talk with the Jay Rush, driver of that number 78 down the rabbit hole machine. Jay, this is Mike up at the booth. You got a copy?
I absolutely do, man. How you doing up there?
I'm doing a fantastic up here, brother. What an incredible race. I know there was a little bit more extra cautions than you were anticipating, but you know, when you got a 35 lap shootout, you know, all the gloves are off from the green drop of the green flag. Tell us about your day in that number 78 machine.
I'll tell you, man, it was a struggle from the start, man. Just trying to get up front, kept having to jump in, get fuel, tires, and kind of watching the field, see what was going on. Got late in the game there, you know, I'm looking at some of these heavy hitters, and I'm watching my fuel, and they were getting aggressive, bringing out them cautions, which I definitely hate, but I ain't gonna lie, they did work in my favor. So I kept looking, saving a little fuel, cutting the car off, and I'll be honest with you, if there'd have been another green and white, then you'd probably be talking to somebody else. So luckily, we are way down the rabbit hole, down here at Rabbit Hole Central. We are ecstatic, I'll tell you that much.
Whoops. Talk about a couple of those incidents that you had to sneak yourself by, and what was it like just trying to like hold your breath getting through some of that stuff?
Cars and they sit real low, so looking out the windshield, you got a little skinny area to look out. So things was happening out front. You don't have a lot of time, and I got by the skin of my teeth just a few times. You know, you see smoke and you just let off the gas. I don't really smash the brake too much because somebody will run you up the rear, and just I normally kind of angle down and hope that with all the banking here that they'll move to the outside. And I lucked out today, so I need to go to Vegas tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there for sure. Before I let you go, Jason, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Oh man, just the Down the Rabbit Hole podcast for sponsoring the whole event. We appreciate we could bring it home for them guys. Hope they're happy. And you know, my ex-teammate Brian Cook now he's hooking up with Cookie Cutter Motorsports. So you'll be talking to him with his P3 finish, and that's it, man. We appreciate you sticking in there, hanging through all the extra cautions and hanging with us and putting on a good show for everybody out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was one heck of a race for sure. But congratulations on your race win. Congratulations on taking over the championship points lead for the time being. And we'll see you next week when we hit the high banks of Bristol in the late models.
All right, man. You have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 78 down the rabbit hole Chevy. That's going to be Jason Rushing. Let's go ahead and get Brian Day up here. Brian Day, this is Mike up at the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Mike, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. What a day for you in that number 70 machine. Such an up and down day. You're facing backwards out a couple times tonight, but you came back to rally hard for that second place finish. Talk us throughout your day, and what does it feel like being able to survive tonight?
Yeah, it started off pretty disappointing, I guess. Got off the draft, and you know the quartering effect got me at the very beginning, and I lost the draft. Me and Chris, I believe it was Chris Cook, and got lucky that we got a caution a few laps later and got us back on the up with the pack. And you know, from then on out, it seemed like it was chaos, and we just got lucky that, you know, missed that last one and came out with a second. That was awesome. It's a way to start the season.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you survived here at Daytona, but next week we're heading to Bristol in the late models. What are you going to have to do to survive in the late models at Bristol?
It's kind of like it is here. You got to just avoid the big crashes. Just stay kind of consistent. Just, you know, avoid the wrecks is the main thing. Bristol is small, and it's sometimes hard to save your tires and hard to avoid the wrecks. But that's key. Tires and avoiding the chaos.
Absolutely. All right, and before I let you go today, Brian, is there anybody that you would like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, let me give a shout out to my wife, Cher. She's our biggest fan. She watches every week. Um, it's nice having fans. It's nice having my whole family here. My two sons racing with me tonight. It's tough that they couldn't be up here in the front with me at the end, but Justin had the pole, and I think we put on a good show.
Yeah, definitely really great racing all around. Well, congratulations, Brian. And we look forward to seeing you next week over at the High Banks of Bristol.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, driver of that's number 70 machine, Brian Day. Let's go ahead and bring up another Brian up here in the booth. Brian Cook, driver of that number 87 machine. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Got you loud and clear.
There you are. Brian, what an incredible day for you. I think I saw you around as well a couple times throughout the race, but you came back swinging, never giving up, and you survived here at Daytona. What was the day like for you behind that wheel, and what do you feel that really took it to get here up into third place?
I think you named it. Just perseverance. Definitely was up front. Run pretty good at these plate tracks. Had a couple incidents there. A.R.C.A cars at Daytona. Plus, it's just it's going to be all out 35 laps. It's pretty much a shootout from the green flag. So, just rallied in, just stuck in there. Congrats to Jason on the win. That's a big one. It's been a long time coming, and it's cool to see him get that win. And man, I just come up a couple spots short there. I told him, I said, if this was Dega, I would have had him. But quite honestly, I think Brian Day had us both. So it was fun.
Yeah, definitely. Next week, we head over to Bristol in the late models. What are your goals for next week to survive Bristol?
Yeah, so we've been playing with the late models on the side, and it's a real popular car. It suits a lot of our driving style, so I'm looking forward to it. I like short track racing. I think this variety pack series here that Jason came up with, cooked up the idea, is going to be really fun. It's going to be a lot of variety, no pun intended. So looking forward to the late models. I expect we'll put on a pretty good show there too for you.
Oh, definitely. I absolutely love the late models around Bristol. Actually, I believe all but like 3 of my wins in the late model came at Bristol. So I definitely love that place.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
jump in with us. You might have to get a backup for the broadcast, man. Come race with us.
Oh man, I'm definitely going to probably have to tear it up with you guys pre-race. But man, I'm so excited to get to Bristol next week, and can't wait to see what you guys could do. Well, Brian, before I let you go today, buddy, is there anybody else that you would like to thank today?
Man, just I'd like to thank my wife for letting me do this. I'm racing about 4 or 5 nights a week, and then late some nights, and we got a 2-year-old, and she doesn't mind me doing this, and all the guys in the league for coming out with this variety series. It's going to be fun, and of course, just trying to have fun here and make it a place where people want to race and enjoy.
Absolutely, and definitely a big thank you to all of our spouses out there that allow us to do this every single day that we do this. So definitely big thanks to them. Well, Brian, congratulations on your 3rd place, bud, and we'll see you next week at Bristol.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 87 machine, it's going to be Brian Cook. All around, ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible day right here at Daytona. We understand there was cautions here, but when you only got a 35 lap shootout with 21 drivers, hey, it is all on the line from the get-go. And that's exactly what we're going to see again next week at Bristol in the late models. But this time, it's going to be more high-speed stakes, good banging. But let me tell you what, there's a little something different about the late models versus the A.R.C.A cars. These guys will have a absolute blast, and we can't wait to bring it to you guys next week. And as you heard Brian say, late models are a little bit more everybody's forte in the league, so definitely anticipate great side-by-side racing next week. But I want to thank everybody so much for joining us right here on Sensational TV. My name is Mike Taylor up here in the booth. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we can't wait to see you guys next week live from Bristol. Until then, always remember, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you do in life, have fun doing it. And if it is not fun, ladies and gentlemen, well, please, you go and make it fun. Until next time, you guys have yourself a beautiful time zone.
Sensational TV YouTube channel. Don't fucking miss it.